Hello, you are going to learn some fantastic techniques for GMAT Critical Reasoning Inference topic. Keep watching this tutorial. GMAT Critical Reasoning Approach. Follow these 3 steps. First, read the stem and identify the question type. Then analyze the stimulus and understand its central idea. This is the most important step that we will discuss shortly. Then apply the elimination process and finally choose the best option. Why should you read the stem first? The stem informs you the question type, whether it is an assumption question, inference question, and so on. Every type of question has its unique approach and techniques. Also, sometimes the stem has some keywords. These keywords help you focus on the relevant areas in the stimulus. Identifying and analyzing the relevant points in the critical reasoning stimulus is the key to solve it. The inference question. The keywords in the stem are inference, must be true, main point, etc. Now learn the meaning of an inference and its unique approach and techniques. What is an inference? An inference is an informed conclusion which the stimulus fully supports. Note the point. The stimulus fully supports the inference. It suggests that every word used in the best option must be supported by the inference. You must make an inference by using the information given in the stimulus. You cannot use your common sense when making inferences. However, mathematical principles such as percentages and averages are applicable to inferences. Above all, you must not make any assumptions about the given information in the stimulus. Analyze the inference stimulus. The given stimulus or passage for the inference question is a fact set, in the sense that the given statements are true. You must eliminate the option that contradicts any statement given in the stimulus or the passage. Check for the tone. Modifiers such as must, only, always, impossible, etc. suggest extreme tone, and verbs such as can, could, may, might, etc. suggest moderate tone of the keywords. Look for hidden information. For example, the statement, "You can see kangaroos only in Australia," has the hidden information that you can't see kangaroos in any other country. Look for connected and isolated facts. For example, Sam is a businessman. Sam is rich. Businessmen believe in God. Out of these three, the first and the last are connected. The second, Sam is rich, is an isolated fact. This statement cannot lead to any inference. Only two connected statements or a statement having some hidden or indirect information can lead to the inference. There are solid elimination techniques to solve all types of questions in GMAT. As already explained, the best option for an inference is fully supported by the information given in the stimulus. Hence, you must eliminate any option if it has some new fact which is not supported directly or indirectly by the stimulus. Options having extreme words such as must, only, always, impossible, never, definitely, etc. must be eliminated if they are not supported by the stimulus. Sometimes you might see some unnecessary information in the stimulus. It is given to confuse you or to mislead you. You must ignore such facts. Sam is a businessman. Sam is rich. Businessmen believe in God. Out of these three statements, the first and the last are connected. They lead to an inference. But the second, that Sam is rich, is an isolated statement which cannot lead to any inference. You must eliminate any option that has this isolated keyword, that is rich. Finally, an option which is true in real life situations but which is not supported by the passage must be eliminated. Be careful about such options. They may be traps. The best option. If the inference is derived from two connected facts, then the best option will have most of their keywords, maybe except the common keyword that links the two facts. Also, the tone and the scope of the keywords given in the connected facts and the tone and the scope of the keywords of the best option match. In other words, the best option is the central idea of the connected facts. If the inference is derived from a fact that has some hidden information, then the best option will be the hidden or the indirect information itself. In other words, the inference or the best option is just a different version of the given information in the passage. Now, try the following question. Please pause your video. Let me apply these inference techniques to this question. First, I read the question stem. It says, if the statements above are true, then which of the following statements can be inferred? So it is an inference question. Now, I analyze the stimulus. I note all the keywords. Hyderabad Hub is a global test prep company providing online and offline coaching to international students. Students taking classes here score at least 600 in official GMAT. The central idea of the stimulus in Hyderabad Hub, which gives coaching to international students, students who give GMAT score at least 600 in the official test. I don't see any connection between the two statements. But if I look at the second statement, there is a modifier, that is at least. It indicates that 600 is the minimum score that the students of Hyderabad Hub score in GMAT. It means some students score more than 600 in GMAT. Otherwise, the adverb at least would not make sense. Now I analyze the options and apply elimination process. Option A, Hyderabad Hub operates in more than one country. This option is eliminated because it has a new fact. The stimulus does not mention how many countries Hyderabad Hub operates in. Even if a single word in an option is not supported by the stimulus, then you must eliminate it. Option B, most of the students who attend classes at Hyderabad Hub take the official GMAT. This option has an extreme word, that is most of the students, which is not supported by the stimulus. Also, the stimulus does not specify how many students attend classes at Hyderabad Hub and how many take the official GMAT. Hence, this option cannot be a valid inference. Also, it seems to be an unfounded or baseless assumption. Option C, one must take classes to score at least 600 on GMAT. This option is also eliminated because the stimulus has no support for this strong claim. The stimulus provides information about only those students who attend classes at Hyderabad Hub. But option C is making a generalization about students everywhere. This option is beyond the scope of the keywords given in the stimulus. Option D, some students who attend classes at Hyderabad Hub score more than 600 on GMAT. This is the best option. It is the hidden information of the given fact. The modifying phrase at least 600 indicates that some students of Hyderabad Hub score more than 600 on GMAT, thus detecting the latent or hidden information in the stimulus is the key to the best option in the GMAT critical reasoning questions. Option E, at Hyderabad Hub, the online GMAT coaching is as effective as the offline coaching for GMAT. This option is not supported by the stimulus. The stimulus does not make any comparison between the online and the offline coaching, hence it is eliminated. Official guide GMAT inference question. Please pause the video for 2 to 3 minutes and try this question. Apply the approach that you have learned just now. Now, I explain this GMAT official guide question. The keywords in the stem are neuroscientists, statements, if true. The keywords in the question stem are neuroscientists, statements, if true, and following conclusions. From the keywords, I understand that it is an inference question. Moreover, I need to focus on the key phrase, that is neuroscientist statements. because these statements support the best option. I analyze the stimulus. If you have noted the given statements of the stimulus, then please observe some keywords that I read now. The keywords: by drawing on the past experience in the first statement, and memory should generalize from past experiences in the last statement show a connection between the two facts. I combine these two facts into one. Memory, by drawing generalizations on the past experience of similar situations, helps animals react appropriately to situations. This information is relevant or required to make an inference. However, we must ignore any isolated or unnecessary facts given to mislead us. Answer choices having such isolated facts can be trap options. Probably the second statement is an isolated fact. That is, animals do not require to perfectly recall every detail of all their experiences. Thus, the central idea of the stimulus is, in animals, the ability to draw generalizations from the past experience of similar situations leads to the ability to react appropriately to situations. I analyze the options and apply elimination techniques. Option A. At least some animals perfectly recall every detail of at least some past experiences. This option doesn't have the keywords of the central idea, such as draw generalizations and react appropriately to situations. Also, the stimulus does not support the extreme claim that animals perfectly recall every detail, hence it is eliminated. Option B. Perfectly recalling every detail of all their past experiences could help at least some animals react more appropriately than they otherwise would to new situations they encounter. The stimulus says, but this does not require that animals perfectly recall every detail of all their experiences. However, the stimulus does not inform what would be the result if some animals perfectly recalled every detail of all their past experiences. Thus, this option is beyond the scope of the given information, hence it is eliminated. Option C. Generalizing from past experiences requires clear memories of most, if not all, the details of those experiences. In this option, you have the extreme word most. Even this is not supported by the given information. Also, the stimulus does not inform what it requires for generalizing from past experiences. Hence, it is eliminated. Option D. Recalling every detail of all past experiences would be incompatible with any ability to generalize from those experiences. This option has a new fact, that is, recalling every detail is incompatible with, so this option is also eliminated. Option E. Animals can often react more appropriately than they otherwise would to situations they encounter if they draw on generalizations from past experiences of similar situations. The verb can react indicates a moderate tone. Usually the best option has a moderate tone. Second, this option has most of the keywords used in the two connector facts. The keywords are react more appropriately, draw on generalizations, and past experiences of similar situations. Above all, this is the central idea of the given stimulus. Hence, option E is the best option. Subscribe to our channel. Soon, we are going to post many videos for each topic in GMAT, GRE, SAT, etc. Also, more videos on inference questions will follow. Thank you.